IBN, India Business News. Welcome to IBN for the third week of March 2024. India Business News is a weekly business news capsule for various segments comprising business leaders, managers, researchers, scholars, business management students and teachers. IBN presents each week's important business events across various sectors in a sequential manner for convenient consumption of information. Advertising, research, consulting sector. Deloitte plans to cut costs by reducing its main business units from 5 to 4. The 4 units will be audit and assurance, strategy, risk and transactions, technology and transformation, and tax and legal. Robinhood co-founder Baiju Bhatt departs to pursue other entrepreneurial interests. US-based online trading platform Robinhood has announced that its co-founder and chief creative officer, CCO, Baiju Bhatt, is to step down after 10 years at the company to pursue other entrepreneurial interests. Aviation sector. Campbell Wilson, Air India's CEO and managing director, said that the customer-facing parts of the merger with Vistara won't change before 2025. This includes the brand, and the process is complex. Regulatory and legal approvals are in process, and that the customer-facing elements will take time. Credit Suisse told the Supreme Court that SpiceJet had settled its outstanding dues of $24 million, ending its prolonged dispute with the low-cost airline. The Supreme Court then deferred the case until the end of July to monitor whether SpiceJet has been making monthly payments on time. Aviation watchdog DGCA on March 22 imposed a fine of 80 lakh rupees on Air India for violations of norms related to flight duty time limitations and fatigue management system of flight crew. Liking the video? Like and share. Core sector. Adani Group has announced a capital expenditure outlay of 1.2 lakh crore rupees for 2024 to 25 fiscal, April 2024 to March 2025. Adani bonds and stocks plunge on news of US bribery probe. Grazim Industries Limited, Grazim, raised 1,250 crore rupees, about $150 million, from the International Finance Corporation through sustainability-linked non-convertible debentures, NCDs. This is Grazim's first NCD. The joint venture between JSW Group and MG Motor aims to recreate the Maruti moment in India's electric vehicle industry, according to the JSW Group chairman Sajjan Jindal, while announcing a collaboration with China's SAIC-owned company. The JSW-MG Motor JV, a joint venture, will launch a new energy vehicle (NEV) every 3 to 4 months starting in September 2024. The JV partners will invest $750 million to produce 300,000 units per year. Hindustan Zinc Limited received around 92 crore rupees demand for goods and services tax (GST) on statutory levies. HZL plans to challenge this order in court, citing a similar successful case from the previous year. Mahindra & Mahindra has tied up with a unit of Adani Total Gas to establish electric vehicle charging infrastructure across the country. Some lenders to Vedanta Limited are concerned about the lack of clarity on how debt will be split among the various business units following the company's demerger. The lenders' consortium has yet to schedule a meeting to decide on the matter. Finance sector. The billionaire Burman family has questioned the process of appointing former Delhi Police Commissioner Rakesh Ostana as a director on the board of Religare Enterprises Limited, calling it a breach of listing rules. Citibank plans to launch its digital payments product, Spring by Citi, in India in the second quarter of 2024, which is April-June. Spring by Citi is already available in around 24 countries. National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development plans to raise up to $4.8 billion, around 40,000 crore rupees, in local currency bonds, Bloomberg reported citing sources. The state-backed lender aims to more than double its loan disbursement. PB Fintech, the parent company of Policybazaar, secured board approval to incorporate a wholly owned subsidiary named PB Pay Private Limited. This subsidiary will be a non-banking finance company, NBFC, that will enter the payment aggregation business. The defunct SVB Financial Group announced plans to sell its Indian subsidiary, SVB Global Services India LLP, to First Citizens Bank shares for up to $500 million in stock. This will be a fraction of the bank's value before it collapsed in 2023. Missed the previous videos? Want to access all previous week's videos? Don't want to miss future videos? Wanna receive notification every week? Subscribe to IBN. Government regulators. Zomato was recently issued a GST penalty notice of 8.6 crore rupees by the Deputy Commissioner of State Tax in Gujarat. In the last trading session, the scrip settled at 182.35 rupees apiece at the BSE, which was 1.59% higher, or 2.85 rupees, as against the previous day's close. Healthcare and Pharma sector. Dr. Lal Path Labs Limited has appointed Shankar Banerjee as its new Chief Executive Officer, CEO, and key managerial personnel, effective from May 21, 2024, as per an exchange filing. Ultrahuman, a Bangalore, India-based wearable tech company that sells devices and services to track metabolic health, raised $35 million in a Series B funding round. Astart Group's Naxnova acquired a 74% stake in Quad Industries Belgium, a Belgium-based company that makes printed electronics, for about 90 crore rupees. The acquisition was part of Naxnova's growth strategy. Liking the video? Like and share. Media, entertainment. Netflix is considering removing the freedom and responsibility section from its corporate culture memo, as part of an effort to simplify and revamp it, and to emphasize creativity. The proposed changes have already sparked concern among some executives. Private equity firm Apollo Global Management has made an $11 billion offer to buy Paramount Global's film and TV studio. The bid comes as an independent committee of the company's directors is reviewing another offer from Skydance Media to merge with all of Paramount. Cinepolis India elevates Devang Sompat as managing director. Missed the previous videos? Want to access all previous week's videos? Don't want to miss future videos? Wanna receive notification every week? Subscribe. The Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission in Mumbai ordered Flipkart to pay a customer 10,000 rupees for mental harassment after the company cancelled his iPhone order. The customer, who lives in Dadar, ordered the phone on July 10, 2022, and paid 39,628 rupees using his credit card. Flipkart valuation falls by over 41,000 rupees crore, attributed to phone pay separation, despite Walmart's increased ownership. Hu Yi, the founder and former CEO of Freshippo, Alibaba's groceries arm, will step down and retire, and be replaced by the current CFO, Yang Xiaolei, as CEO. Hu will continue to serve as an honorary chief advisor to the company. Third Wave Coffee, a coffee quick service restaurant, announced the transition of Sushant Goel from his current role as chief executive officer to a member on the board and appointment of Rajat Luthra as its new CEO, effective from Q1 FY 24-25. Kumar Venkatsubramanian, an IIM Calcutta alumnus with nearly 24 years of experience at Procter & Gamble, has been appointed as the new CEO for P&G India starting May 1, 2024. He currently leads P&G's Australia and New Zealand business. The Income Tax Department conducted raids at Meghana Foods restaurants in Bengaluru, Karnataka, including the Koramangala, Jayanagar, and Indiranagar locations. The raids were based on suspicion of tax evasion by the restaurant chain. Unilever plc is set to separate its ice cream business, which includes brands such as Ben & Jerry's and Magnum, as CEO Hein Schumacher streamlines the operations of the UK consumer goods giant by cutting 7,500 jobs. Zomato announced a new Pure Veg Mode feature that identifies restaurants that only serve vegetarian food, excluding non-vegetarian options. The feature also includes a Pure Veg Fleet to accommodate customers who have a 100% vegetarian diet. Raymond Chairman and Managing Director Gautam Singhania and his father Vijaypat Singhania have made amends after an ugly public spat over his separation from Nawaz Modi. Leading jewelry and watch retailer Titan Company Limited is gearing up to debut its Carat Lane jewelry line in the US in FY25, said a top executive. This move follows the successful overseas launch of the Tanishq brand in 2020. Kedara Capital announced an undisclosed investment of $150 million in Dairy Classic Ice Creams, which runs the ice cream brand Dairy Day. The investment gives Kedara Capital a majority stake in the company. PepsiCo has committed to investing an additional $400 million to build 2 new plants powered by renewable energy in Vietnam. Liking the video? Like and share. Startup sector. Oyster Global, a Gurugram-based investment firm that invests in private equity and venture capital funds, announced plans to invest 4,500 crore rupees in private market funds over the next 2 years. Retail tech startup Azu has failed to pay salaries, blocked payments to its seller partners, and laid off a large number of employees since October amid an unrelenting funding crunch, according to multiple people aware of the developments. Audio entertainment platform Pocket FM has raised 850 rupees crore in a funding round led by Lightspeed with participation from Stepstone Group. The latest round brings Pocket FM's total funding to date reached $196.5 million. BYJUS announced that it would close 30 of its 292 tuition centers as part of cost optimization measures. The company aims to make the remaining 262 centers profitable within 3 years. Missed the previous videos? Want to access all previous week's videos? Don't want to miss future videos? Want to receive notification every week? Subscribe to India Business News. Tech sector. US is investigating Meta for role in drug sales. The prosecutors have requested records related to violative drug content on Meta's platforms and/or the illicit sale of drugs via Meta's platforms. SpaceX is developing hundreds of spy satellites for a U.S. intelligence agency under a secret $1.8 billion contract. The contract, which was signed in 2021, aims to develop a powerful spy system that includes hundreds of satellites with Earth imaging capabilities. Tata Consultancy Services offers vendors 40,000 rupees for each senior candidate who joins within 30 days under the Quick Joiner incentive plan. The incentive is intended to encourage the timely employment of top workers. Reddit's IPO is currently between 4 and 5 times oversubscribed, making it more likely the social media platform will attain the $6.5 billion valuation it seeks. Tata Sons announced plans to sell up to 23.4 million shares in Tata Consultancy Services for over $1 billion. This would be the second major block deal in the month, following BAT plc and Interglobe Aviation. NVIDIA unveiled an AI-powered software platform that allows research into 6G technology through simulating communications environments in the cloud. 6G, the successor to 5G, is expected to launch commercially around 2030. France's competition watchdog fined Google $271.7 million, saying the search giant breached some commitments it made to negotiate fair license deals with an array of news publishers in the country. Wipro appoints Anne-Marie Roland as new Capco CEO. Roland will report to Wipro CEO and Managing Director Thierry Delaporte and will become a member of Wipro's executive committee. The U.S. Justice Department sued Apple, alleging the tech giant blocked software developers and mobile gaming companies from offering better options on the iPhone, resulting in higher prices for consumers. Shares of Apple slid 4.1%. Erasing about $113 billion in market value and taking their year-to-date loss back to 11%. In Europe, the company is said to be facing probes about whether it's complying with the region's Digital Markets Act. Accenture has secured $1.1 billion in generative artificial intelligence projects between September and February, following $450 million in Gen AI deals in the first quarter. This brings total Gen AI sales for the first half of 2024 to $1.1 billion. Missed the previous videos? Want to access all previous week's videos? Don't want to miss future videos? Want to receive a notification every week? Subscribe to India Business Week. See you next week. Till then, stay curious. Stay informed.